it was Rick Warren that wrote the meaning of think. T means test every thought. This is How to Think by Rick Warren. T means what? Test every thought. Do not think that thoughts are independent. Do not think that thoughts are neutral. As the thoughts are coming, you do what? Test it. You can shut the door to bitterness. You can shut the door to hatred. You can shut the door to strife. You can shut the door to backbiting. You can shut the door to depression by analyzing thoughts. And when you see it's not that worthy of your thinking, you shut the door to it. You say, test every thought. Age is the helmet of salvation. That your thought pattern, your thought processes are true and with the backdrop that I am saved. Satan will like to pull you into thought arenas that doesn't acknowledge your salvation. Just like those comedies you will think is entertainment, Satan is saying he doesn't acknowledge that you are saved. Because if you are saved, you will not be there. Do you understand that? I am saved, so I cannot think these thoughts. Doesn't matter how the comedy is and how many likes people have, how many views people have, it has gained. I am not going to add to the views because I am born again. I am born again. I remember those days when I was still in the service and people want to do deals. They don't include me because they know this one is a pastor. You will not accept. Yeah. And that's honorable. I am born again. I am born again. When the House of Rep ran an inquiry of our operations, and many of my colleagues were invited by EFCC, some were detained. People made phone calls. If phone calls can cut people's ears, their ears will be on the ground. I had nothing to fear because my signature was not on any document that was fraudulent. When I was submitting my application for resignation, they didn't call me to ask me any question. They just said, are you sure of this decision? I said, I'm sure as heaven is high above and the earth is beneath. Oh my God. Oh my God. They had nothing on me because there is no allowance for anything negative. I am what? Born again. There are things that people that are born again don't think about. I imagine great thoughts. Yeah, Pastor Tony, I know you are from Ogbadikbo local government area, but you can imagine the world. You can imagine being a blessing to nations. Such a blessing that your background doesn't add up. No, forget about that. Ogbadikbo was privileged to have you, but it doesn't spell out any part of your potential. Every time God speaks to me, I remember how God delivered me. We were in that place, that small place, all right? And I was in the place of prayer. I was saying, how long? When will you bring redemption to us? When will your face of mercy shine and you will enlarge our coast and cause our borders to flow with milk and honey? I was just talking to God. And the Lord said, if you say you are a giant, then take giant steps. That's the message I'm preaching to you today. If you say, yeah, please preach for me. If you say you are a giant, what do? Take. So what God was saying, it was not up to me. I've already made everything available, but your mind is small. Meanwhile, when you preach, you say you are a giant in the Lord. It's all right. If you believe what you are saying, that you are a giant, what you need to do to prove it is what? Take giant steps. Take giant steps. Take giant steps. Take giant steps. I said, all right, no problem. Our architect came. I said, draw an auditorium of 4,000. You think I'm mad? Indeed, if you had seen me then, you would say, he's mad. But you see, I had an instruction from God to take. So, I want to take the step. If they fail, then I'll go back to God and say, Oga, I was on my own. I was doing well. You said I should take, but God never gave me the opportunity to come back with a complaint. Never gave me the opportunity. The foundation for this place was laid 55 million. When I stood on it, I spoke to Satan. I said, Satan, this is no longer in the realm of the spirit. This is on ground now. I'm working on it. You were alive, but it happened. You were well, but you could not resist this. Even as we raise it up, you will look at it from where you are, and you will see that it will happen in spite of you. Oh my God, I prayed in tongues on the ground. I prayed in tongues on the ground. I prayed in tongues. I shook myself. It was becoming exciting, and the walls began to go up. Jesus Christ. I remember when they put these slabs and I walked on it, I said, Satan, you that have bedeviled. Meanwhile, Ministry of Works came and checked the foundation, and they say since 1976, no building in Benue State has been built like this. Are you there? The Guild of Engineers, they came, civil engineers, current, they came to check whether our building was according to specification. It exceeded current specification for safety. It exceeded it. They thought that, okay, the thing was deficient so that they can ask for bribe. They left dry. I say more Korea Bakanemi. Dry. Then they stopped coming. They were supposed to come like 4 or 5 times. So what we did was, if we build, we'll snap it, and then we'll keep it on the dashboard, so that even if they forget to come, all the things they're looking for is on the dashboard. They didn't come again onto the roofs. People say it was the governor that was building. The governor sent spies to check who is behind this building. And the people saw me many times, but I didn't look like the person behind. Thank God. I didn't look. So they went without finding the person. Even the day of inauguration, we called the governor, and he looked at me. You see, it's not me. What do I have? Who am I? But Jesus was the one that trained my mind. He said, if you say you are a giant, do what? Take giants. There's something higher than what you are experiencing. There's something higher. And God is willing to take you there if you can conceive it. There is something higher. So H is the element of salvation. I is imagine great thoughts. N is nourish your mind daily. Nourish your mind. Make sure you learn something every day. Every day, something in line with your calling, something in line with your purpose. Make sure you learn one new thing every day, every single day, every other day. If God has called you into business, make sure you learn something about business every day. If God has called you into agriculture, make sure you learn something about it every single day. What you see flowing from my life are decades of investment. Decades. If you start today, it will take you 20 years to get where I am. And meanwhile, I will not be waiting for you. Every day. As long as it requires the scripture, I'm the man for the job. Yes, I'm the man for the job. I found grace in that area. Every day. Since the days when I was 12 years old, I began this investment. Studying the Bible, reading books, going for discipleship. Every what? Day. Even today I've learned my lessons for today. I learned them. And the lesson I learned today may not necessarily be for today. Every single day there's improvement. There is improvement. There is improvement. And then when you see me burning, it's a accumulation of investment. It's a accumulation. And finally, K means keep on learning. Keep on learning. So we are going to do practicals now, which is to bring into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. Look at your life, run an analysis on your life quickly, and anything you call impossible, There is a stronghold that is built in your mind that is the reason for your perception of impossibility. Because Paul says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.